In this video, I will tell you about a real-life story of a woman who loved animals and nature so much, but all her love was not enough to save her. This is the tragic tale of Donna Munson, a woman who was killed by a bear she had been feeding in her own garden. Donna Munson was a 74-year-old woman living in a beautiful but remote area near Ouray, Colorado. She had a deep passion for wildlife and spent her days enjoying the beauty of the mountains and the animals that roamed around her home. After losing her husband 14 years prior, Donna found peace in the company of the local wildlife. She would often sit on her porch, watching the deer, elk, and even the occasional bear. But her love for these animals went beyond mere observation. She started feeding them. Donna would leave out dog food, birdseed, and other treats for the animals. She believed that by feeding them, she was helping them survive, especially during harsh winters. She even installed a pulley system to lift heavy bags of food onto her porch, making it easier for her to feed them. To her, these animals were not just wild creatures, they were companions and friends that she felt a connection with. Despite her good intentions, Donna's actions were problematic. Wildlife officials had warned her multiple times about the dangers of feeding bears and other wild animals. They explained that it was illegal and could lead to aggressive behavior from the bears, who would lose their natural fear of humans. But Donna, convinced of her bond with these animals, ignored the warnings. She would often deny feeding the bears, saying that someone else was responsible for the food left out. Over the years, Donna received numerous letters and phone calls from wildlife officers urging her to stop feeding the animals. But Donna dismissed these warnings, believing that her relationship with the bears was special. She felt she understood them and could trust them, despite the obvious risks. On August 7, 2009, everything changed. That day, Donna went outside to feed the animals, as she had done countless times before. She was near her garden, likely talking to a bear she had grown over the years. The barrier surrounding her porch was meant to keep the bears at distance, but it was unstable and poorly constructed, with large gaps that a bear could easily reach through. As she stood there, examining a bear's wounds, one of the bears she had been feeding hit her, knocking her unconscious. The blow was severe, leaving deep cuts on her head and neck. In that moment, her love for wildlife turned deadly. The bear dragged her unconscious body beneath the fence, where it began to consume her. The next morning, a handyman arrived to do some work at Donna's house. When he found her body, he immediately called the authorities. The scene was shocking, and later, the coroner confirmed that she died from injuries caused by the bear attack. Everyone who knew her started to realize how terrible this really was. The news of Donna Munson's death sent shockwaves through the community and beyond. It was the last fatal bear attack in Colorado, and it served as a harsh reminder of the dangers of feeding wild animals. Wildlife officers quickly took action, killing 2 bears found on her property shortly after the attack. One of the bears, a 394-pound male, had human remains in its stomach, confirming it as the prime suspect in the attack. In the days following her death, authorities faced the difficult task of addressing the consequences of Donna's actions. They had to kill several more bears that had become habituated to humans due to her feeding practices. This was not just a tragedy for Donna, it was a tragedy for the bears as well, as they were paying the price for her inappropriate love. Donna Munson's story serves as a powerful lesson about the complexities of human-animal interactions. While her intentions were rooted in love and compassion, the reality is that wild animals are unpredictable. They are not pets. They are wild creatures with instincts that can lead to dangerous situations. Her tragic fate highlights the importance of understanding wildlife, behavior, and the risks associated with feeding them. In the aftermath of the attack, wildlife officials increased their efforts to educate the public about the dangers of feeding bears. They issued warnings and penalties for those who continued to do so. The community also learned from this tragedy, and many people became more aware of the need to respect wildlife and their natural behaviors. As we think about Donna Munson's story, we see how important it is to balance our love for nature with safety. We should enjoy the beauty of wild animals, but also be aware of the dangers they can pose. Donna's tragic death reminds us that while caring for animals is important, we must respect the boundaries between humans and wildlife. So, the next time you see a bear or any wild animal, remember what happened to Donna. What do you think about this sad real-life story? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video interesting, then make sure to like it, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on more true stories and investigations. Thank you for watching.